How's it going, guys? We are back for another Dragon Ball Legends reveal and stuff, and you wouldn't believe it, it's happening. So get ready, we're gonna go through all the main points of the reveals and stuff, and we have some absolute hype coming. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright then, guys, so as always, starting off this Dragon Ball Legends with the man, the myth, the legend, Toshi, the producer of Dragon Ball Legends. In this video, I am going to cut out all the background music and all that sort of stuff. Try to avoid any copyright and probably put my other music in, but when we get into the good stuff, I'll probably put the volume on there as well. So let's jump into it. We're going to skip through the introductions, as we kind of always do, because we know who these guys are basically by now. I'd like to think so. They're talking about the previous campaign that's just gone, the Powerful Opponent campaign, where we got the LF Cooler and the Ultra Broly. That's very nice. That's what's in the past. We're interested in what's coming up soon in Dragon Ball Legends. Okay, so they've had this announcement in social media and in-game for quite a while, and this is the start of all the hype to come, and you've probably seen the thumbnail and the title by now, and it is Dragon Ball Super Superhero, the movie related. So like I said, we've got lots of hype in this video, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we're going to go through all the important points. There's probably a couple of cuts and see all the new characters, events, everything come in. So let's jump into it. So starting off then, we do have a revamp to the Hyperdimensional Co-op. They probably realised that not many people really like the mode, including myself, to be completely honest. But they are revamping it. I will pause this little bit here. As you can see, what they're going to do with it is the enemy can actually change their elements, which we may see in a little second now as well. And instead of only going in with one character per person, I guess, because it is co-op, you're playing with two people, now you can go into with two characters, or you will be able to when they implement this change, meaning that you can actually change between the two characters. So quite an interesting update, I would say, and quite an interesting change to the whole co-op vibe, and I do think it will mix it up a little bit and maybe make it a little bit more fun to play. We do have a little bit more. So as I was mentioning, the boss will change elements during the battle, and you can swap characters to gain an advantage or avoid being at a disadvantage, which is quite interesting because at the moment when you go to the highest mode, it is just the like grey type or the black type, so you have no advantage or disadvantage, so at least it is mixing it up a little bit. They're also mixing up the rising rushes in co-op battles, so instead of what it is now, where you pick a card and the enemy can also pick the same card as you, nullify your rising rush and all that sort of bad stuff, basically now they're going to change it to what they call the Dokai Impact. Basically when you clash like with two stripe cards or something like that, and you have the little bar that you click to try and get the highest points, it'll be something along those lines, which is a bit different, I guess, and it looks quite interesting. So I'll be interested to see how this plays out. Also some sort of bonus missions throughout it, so you clear the missions, get extra rewards, which they don't think they actually say anything about what the rewards are. Possibly, oh, we can see there's rare medals, so possibly another way to get rare medals. Interesting. Now it is time for some of the good stuff. We are about to see some of the new characters come into Dragon Ball Legends. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and I have put the music up for the time being. I mean, if it's copyrighted, I guess I can take it out later, but hopefully not, and you can get the full experience. So let's jump into it. How hype is that? We have Piccolo with his hidden potential unleashed, and Pan from the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie coming to Dragon Ball Legends. Absolute hype, incredible. So what we'll do is we'll move on a little bit where we do actually have gameplay of them as well, so we will put that on with the sound, hopefully, unless I remove the copyright a bit later on. Let's jump into it. So as you can see, Piccolo does have a cover change against strikes as well. Looks pretty good, and I do like the background, I would say, about having the red ribbon base in the background. Decent. Look at that. Bad man Piccolo. So they do actually have some details of them as well, of course they have. So we're going to start off with Pan, who is just a Sparking, but red and support type. And she does boost Sags from the movies, Hybrid Saiyan max base health, which is a big thing, I would say. And Son family critical damage. Interesting, okay. Unique abilities applies the following effects to self per battle member when battle starts. She gets extra damage inflicted, reduces damage received, key recovery, and special move damage inflicted. Interesting. All cannot be cancelled. And applies the following effects to allies when this character is switched to standby. So you get extra key, extra damage inflicted, and also extra health restoration. Going towards the Piccolo there, I'd probably say, but not too bad. Let's jump into the second page of the Pan. There we go. So we've also got applies the following effects to all enemies when this character enters the battlefield. And lots of attribute downgrades there to Strike and Blast Arts Power, to Special Move, Ultimate and Awaken Arts Power, and to Crit Rate as well. So quite interesting there. Also knocks back to long range if cover change against Strike Arts attack. And you can combo that with a Special Move Art, so the blue card. So yeah, has also a cover change, so not too bad there on a strike. I don't think we actually saw that in the gameplay though. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy strike, blast, or special arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Inflicts all enemies with 2 substitution counts. Activates only the once though. Activation count resets when the character switches. Okay, so you can use it multiple times. Reduces enemy key by 15. I mean, okay. Activates 6 times though. And shortens allied character Gohan or character Piccolo substitution counts by 1. Makes sense being a Pan and all that. And very lastly then for Pan, applies the following effects to allies when after enemy attack is over, plus 30% damage inflicted, restores health, and also cancels attribute downgrades. Can't really see it because of the subtitles there. But not too bad, not too shabby, looking okay to be fair. Let's jump into the Piccolo. Alright then guys, so jumping into Piccolo, Power Awakening. He is purple and a range type, and it's nice that Regen's finally getting a little bit of love. It feels like it's been a little while since we've had a buff to Regen, I will be honest. But jumping into his Z ability then, he does give extra blast arts damage to movies basically, and he gives 30%. This is the ability 3, bearing in mind. So movies, regen, super warrior to base strike and blast attack, which is not bad. Once again, give him some more love to regen. Unique abilities applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. Gets extra damage inflicted, damage received, and also -10 to blast arts cost, which isn't too bad, just as standard. The following effects occur if there is a Hybrid Saiyan or a regen, or a super warrior battle member other than this character in the party, so plus 50% of damage inflicted. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrades, -1 to arts card draw speed, which is really annoying for the enemy, and +10 to all arts costs. Once again, actually very annoying to be fair. The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby, so he does have a supporting factor to him as well. Restores allied health by 5%, plus 20% of damage inflicted, and what you can't really see down there is it does also reduce the enemy's key. So once again, he gets that sort of support factor. Let's have a look into the next page of what he does. Okay, so restores allied's character Gohan or character Pan health by 20 when this character is defeated. Interesting. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards with a change in cover, which we do know that he does have a cover change from the animations against a strike arts card. And he can combo that with a blue card by the looks of it. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Draws a special arts card next. Activates twice. Restores ki by 20 plus 100% to blast. Arts damage inflicted. Interesting. That's going to make him hit very hard. Increases the arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts. Okay. Interesting. Applies the following effects to enemy when the character lands a strike or blast arts hit. Downgrades to damage received and health restoration. Okay. And we've got the following effects occur after the enemy attack is over. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts. Interesting. And once again, we can't really see because of the subtitles, but I think it says reduces ki again. So, got a support factor to him as well, but he does look like he'd be doing some damage as well. So, there we have it. We've got Pan and Piccolo coming to Dragon Ball Legends, but I do want to say there is still more hype to go. So, let's carry on. So, during this Dragon Ball Super Superhero campaign, they are also updating the summon background. So not new summon animations, but just the background by the looks of it. Normally, or for a limited time, the summon background will change from the Land of Ice, which is quite rare to get, to be fair, to the Red Ribbon Army's hidden base backdrop, which I guess it's a bit of a cheaper way than animations to update summons a little bit, but at this rate, we'll take what we get, I guess. Let's keep going then. So they have done this a couple of times. They've given up to 100 free summons as well, which is from logging in. I do want to say throughout this campaign, which we'll see in a little bit, they are giving a lot of things away through login bonuses and all that sort of stuff. So even if you can't really play that day, just log in and get the bonus. That's what I recommend for every single day. So as it says at the bottom there, log in for 10 days to get 100 free summon tickets, which is pretty good. 10 free multi-summons, especially seeing they're actually featuring Gamma 1 and 2, which I know they were around for a little while and you don't really see a lot of them, but to have these in the free summons, you can't really complain with that, to be fair. It is from the movie, fits with the campaign and all that sort of good stuff as well, so I guess I'll take it. If you pulled a Gamma 1 or 2 throughout these 100 free 100 free summons, that's probably a dub, to be fair. So it's just an extra nice thing that they've done, I guess, because you wouldn't normally expect that, because they do make a point in this that it only came out in April. Okay, so I mentioned it a little bit already, but the login bonus during this campaign, I recommend, even if you can't play, just log in just for 2 minutes just to get that login bonus, because you get these summon tickets, and there's also additional things that you can get. I'm going to pause it on the screen here. As you can see, they're giving away not only the 100 summon tickets, which gives you 10 full multis, but 100 slot removers, which, if you're into your equipment, which you should really be if you're in the higher ranks and things like that, is very useful. They're giving away up to 1,000 chrono crystals, which works out as 1 multi, to be fair, but 1,000 chrono crystals, I'd take that if I was you. They're also giving away 1 superhero guaranteed sparking ticket, I believe it is, and they're also giving away the brand new Pan 300 multi-Z power just for logging in. So once again, just make sure to do those login bonuses, and you should get all of this by the end of the campaign. I think they also mentioned that you log in for a total of 14 days to get all of this, so it's not a lot of days. Like I said, just if you're struggling for thing like signal and all that sort of stuff, just jump on someone's Wi-Fi for 2 minutes, log in, and that's it for 14 days, and you'll get all of this. Let's keep pressing on because we've got so much to talk about. So they do have the Super Boost campaign coming back, which they do throughout anniversaries and things like that, which is just basically this. I'll pause on the screen, pause the video if you want to, just to see all of it. There's extra Zenny, XP and all that sort of stuff from stories, so not the most hypest of things, but still keep it in the video. They are also doing special missions as you'd expect within a campaign to get additional things, and we've also got these particular medals coming, which is part of the actual campaign. I think that's the actual doll or what have you, that Videl and Gohan actually buy Piccolo in the film. And it looks like from this you can get the Red Ribbon Army card sleeves, which are not too bad actually. I do quite like them, surprisingly. I didn't think I would, but I do. We got slot removers, and apparently you can also get Chrono Crystals as well. They don't really give the equivalent of Chrono Crystals that you can actually get with these. But once again, just make sure that you complete all the missions and you should do okay. I personally will be going for those card sleeves. Let me know down in the comments what you would prefer, card sleeves or Chrono Crystals. You know, they actually did this as well as part of the reveals and stuff, and whilst I am aware of how to do this, especially people who are new to the game, I do like the fact that they're doing these sort of things in the reveals and stuff, so I'll leave it in the video because it is quite helpful for them. But we do also have a Extreme Clash Raid versus Gamma 1. So Extreme Clash Raid, we know what raids are all about. Sometimes at the very least, or normally, they give away lots of Chrono Crystals and lots of other rewards for this, and it's usually the newer characters that you do need to use on this. But they do actually specify through talking about this with quite a lot of the events. I think they picked up on the feedback, the fact that they are going to make sure that other characters are bonus battle characters as well. So that is interesting to note. So by completing the raid, then you also get raid medals, as you probably expect from if you've done any other raid. And it looks like you can actually pick up these medals from there and also get Chrono Crystals. Yay! Even though it used to be just by completing it, but hey ho, we do get the Chrono Crystals. I can't complain too much about free Chrono Crystals. Up to 1,000 nonetheless. We're up to 2,000 so far in this video. Once again, I'm going to keep these little pockets of information in the video because they are quite handy. This is how to find out who are the bonus battle characters and what you can use. And all bonus battle characters have this symbol, so bear that in mind. Okay, I'm actually going to keep this part in the video as well because this is a hot topic when it comes to co-op mode and raid, even if they are going to update co-op mode at some point. Basically, all they're saying is, when you play these modes, the aim is just use all your cards, get rid of the boss's shield. Once the shield is down, use the Rise and Rush together, even if that means one of you needs to wait until the other one has finished using their cards, because even I know by playing raid and co-op mode, loads of people just use the Rise and Rush against the shield. So I'm hoping the fact that this actually advertising and telling you what to do in reveals and stuff and things like that, that will make it a bit more widespread and people understand what to do a little bit more, because there's nothing more irritating than that. It makes the match last so much longer if you win, that is. So even though we are talking about Dragon Ball Superhero more often than not in this reveals and stuff, we do also have a new Zenkai Awakening, and it is the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And they do actually specify that you will actually boost GT, which is interesting because he's green and there's not a lot of GT green units other than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, of course, and Super 17 to be fair. But we do have a brand new Zenkai Awakening coming because it looks like they're trickling, but basically slowly but surely they are boosting GT a little bit. But most of this video is focusing on Dragon Ball Superhero, to be fair, which I'm totally okay with, and I hope all of you are as well. Let me know down in the comments, what would you have preferred to be boosted? GT or movies with the Dragon Ball Superhero movie? I mean, it's a no-brainer for me personally. But hey ho. Okay, so they are now talking about how that is all that they have for the announcements, but I'm going to let you into a little secret. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe because we've got the hypest thing coming now. Once again, I put the volume up for this one because this is, in my personal opinion, the most hypest part of the reveals and stuff, and what's made me excited for this celebration. Make sure to hit that notification bell and let's jump into it. Come on now.
This is what a real superhero looks like.
What's that? You want to know what we are?
Here's something extra! Take this!
protect everything and everyone.
Absolutely unreal. Oh my god, I actually can't believe it. I am so excited. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm gonna pause it. Honestly, I am so excited for this. I am just going to Toshi, take my money. Just take my money, man. Just take it. That was so hype. He looks so good so far. Legends Limited, by the way. That's what it looks like so far. So I have seen some comments slightly outside of this video saying like Ultra Legends Limited and all that sort of stuff, but I don't think they specify that in this. I may be wrong, but I am incredibly hyped. Make sure to hit that notification bell because I am definitely going to be doing summons on that. I may even do a live stream if you guys are interested, but like I said, for me that was the hypest of the hype, to be honest. There is more in this video though, so we will keep talking, and we got some animations for you, so let's jump into those. We've got the usual new fighter on Legends and the Legends Limited symbol. It's just absolutely outrageous. It looks so good as well, and just, oh my days. Granted, it took a little while for them to come over, but it's probably like licensing and things like that. So we do actually have the information here as well, so we'll go through this as well. So yes, Legends Limited, Son Gohan, Beast is coming to Dragon Ball Legends. Outrageous! So he is a melee type and he is blue and obviously fits into Son family, Hybrid Saiyans and movies. I don't know why they don't put that up there, but anyway. Z ability, so he boosts 30% if it's Z ability 3 to Hybrid Saiyans, Sagas from the movies, Son family, base, strike attack and defense, and an extra 15% to Hybrid Saiyan blast defense, okay? Unique abilities, applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Charges unique gauge by 100, so he does have a unique gauge, and just for starting the match it starts at 100. It is an attacking unique gauge, very similar to Ultra Super Gogeta. So he gets plus 90% to damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 60, minus 5 to arts card cost, and increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Already outrageous so far, isn't he? Okay, let's keep going. And such a book of abilities, but applies the following effects to self when the character enters the battlefield. Restores key, 60% damage inflicted, nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 timer counts, activates 5 times, nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 10 timer counts. The following effects also occur if there's a defeated battle member. Reduces damage received by 10%, and additional by the looks of it. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Restores own health by 25%. Activates 3 times. This guy's nuts. Also draws a special arts card next if there's a defeated character, Piccolo or Pan battle member. So you kind of want to use all 3 of these together, don't you? And you're going to have an unreal team. The following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Knocks enemy back to long range, so cover change basically. Against a strike or blast arts attack, activates twice. Okay, so very similar to MUI then. You can combo it with a blue card basically. And okay, let's keep moving. So shortens own substitution count by 3 every time an enemy uses special move, awaken or ultimate arts. Nuts, alright? So people can't just throw out blue cards so much anymore with this guy. Applies the following effects to self when enemy activates Rising Rush. So a little bit like Jiren by the sounds of it. Restores health by 30. Restores own health by 30 only once when it reaches 0. So it gets endurance. Very similar once again to Jiren. Okay, so going on the unique gauge. So charges the gauge. Every time this character uses an arts card, so like I said, like Ultra Super Gogeta, and applies the following effects once the unique gauge is filled. Bear in mind, he gets this for free just for coming in, basically starting the match. Restores Ki by 40, plus 25% damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. 30. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Applies the buff effect. Nullifies enemies' special actions, basically nullifying cover changes. And 15% to ultimate damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. And he does actually mention that you can stack that as well. So basically, if you keep building his gauge, you could just KO someone. One hit KO. Absolutely unreal. I am so excited for this. Make sure to hit that like button if you are too. Let's keep going though, because actually, if you believe this, there is more to talk about. Okay, I think this is the new event. There's so much in this. Yeah, it is. The Prevent World Domination. So within this then, there's a couple of stages. I think there's 8 in total that you go through. And they have specified with this, you do need certain characters, but it isn't temporarily around or anything like that. It'll be a permanent event. So they do actually mention just once you get the character, then complete the event or this stage that you're missing and things. But as you probably expect, and from the front of it, you do need the new characters to complete this event to some extent. To some extent. Which is a negative and a positive, I guess-ish. But we'll have a little look at it in a bit more detail. So there we have it. Between stages 1 and 2, so 1 and 2, you've got to use the Super Saiyan Goku, the Yardrat one, which is free to play to be fair. Stage 3 to 4 is the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the LF one, or the Legends Limited one, but he has been around for a while now, so I expect quite a lot of people probably do have him. And then stages 5 to 6 is the new Piccolo. Stages 7 to 8 is the new Gohan. So like I said, they do specify it'll be around forever. So when you do have the character, just jump in at that point. But it is seen as a bit of a downside because obviously it makes you want to pull for the new character. Because if you don't get them now, they probably won't be around again for a little while. So you won't be able to complete this for a little while if you don't get them first time around, if that makes sense. And here are the rewards for completing it. So stages 1 to 2, which you should all be able to complete, just farm the free-to-play Goku, 200 crystals. I think we're up to like 2,200. I haven't really been counting, but I think it's around that. Stages 3 to 4, you get extra multi-Z power for the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So yes, you do need to have him initially, but you get an additional, basically 2 copies once you complete those. And then the same for the Piccolo and the Beast Gohan as well. So essentially, if you pull 1 copy of either the Piccolo or the Gohan, or even Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I guess, go through these first, try and complete these, and it's almost like you pulled 3 copies initially. So that is a good thing, and the rewards are high, so I do kind of see why you need to have the character first for them to give it out. It's basically like a better version of the missions that they do for the All-Stars, if you guys can sort of remember that format, even though it's still around. But you buy the missions and they give you extra multi-Z power for completing missions. With this, you just complete the stage. So it is better in that aspect, but yes, there is going to be the downside of you need the character first. If you struggle to pull that character, you are going to be annoyed that you can't complete this. But like I said, got its ups and downs, and I'm pretty sure after that, that is pretty much it for the reveals and stuff that we have today. But I would say that is more than enough. That is absolutely incredible. Like I said at the start of the video, I am absolutely hyped for this. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are and who you want the most. I feel like people are going to say one character more than the other, but we'll see. We'll see. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe and notification bell as well, because I'm definitely going to be covering this on the channel. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you later. Ciao.